As the novel incorporates underlying ideas about genetic engineering and genetic modification of organisms, some terminology that's used in the chapter and also the chapter title, rakunk. So, a rakunk is a genetically engineered hybrid cross between a raccoon and a skunk, and it's kept as a pet. Jimmy receives one as a present, and it's described as cute, and it's described on page 51. They hadn't come in from the outside world, the world outside the compound, so they had no foreign microbes and were safe for the pagoons, in addition to which they were cute. The little rakunk let Jimmy pick it up. It was black and white, black mask, white stripe down its back, black and white rings around its fluffy tail. The rakunk is also described to have no smell to it, unlike a skunk, but also it is a clean animal, which is good for a household pet. So in this sub-chapter, the rakunk and then previously the pagoon are both examples of creations made through this with the purpose of experimenting and creating and inventing uses and purposes, almost to like explore all the endless opportunities and possibilities that can be found through and with the experimentation and genetic modification. So the pagoons were modified to efficiently harvest human organs, and the rakunk was created through after hours as a hobby on the part of one of the Oregon Biolab hotshots, end quote, on page 51. So this almost ties into another theme in the novel of almost involving the ethical and morality aspect of it. So Jimmy's mother, Sharon, presents the opposing side on preserving nature and why the genetic engineering and modification projects that are going on are why they are bad. So on page 57, you're interfering with the building blocks of life. It's immoral. It's sacrilegious. So when Sharon says this, Jimmy's mother, she's presenting her strong disapproval, disliking of what the corporations are doing in relation to their scientific experimenting on these pure natural organisms and life forms. They're trying to develop and experiment. If this keeps on happening, then there won't be anything from the past that's pure, natural, wholesome, and the purpose for which they're being used is questionable. And basically, her character has so far been really the only character to present an opposing side to what's going on as far as the genetic engineering, and her strong beliefs on it have caused her to almost have caused a detachment with her and her family, especially her husband. She doesn't agree with her work, and she even says that he's changed. Jimmy's father's changed, that he once had morals, and because of his involvement in work and participation in these projects, that he strayed away from that, and she's taken notice of that, and that's why she detached herself from that, and disliking for the misuse of that science has contributed to her depression. There's another quote there'd been a lot of fooling around in those days. Creating an animal was so much fun, so the guy is doing it. He made you feel like God. End quote on page 51. This quote presents the whole aspect of genetic engineering, genetic modification as almost having a power, a strong power to manipulate and change other animals, other plants, really anything in the lab, and how the creation of new things could be dangerous, and it's an interference with the natural world that already is and could disrupt that. And the whole playing God aspect of it is how much is too much as far as doing this, how far is too far, where can the line be drawn, and almost once we have this power and the ability to do it, what stops people from holding back that greed to do